Dean Graziosi is a multiple New York Times best-selling author, investor, and an entrepreneur who's been involved in over 13 companies that have been changing lives all over the globe. He went from growing up in poverty, overcoming a learning disability, and rebuilding cars as a mechanic to becoming a highly successful real estate entrepreneur and a best-selling author. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how you can change your story. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Dean Graziosi.
What stands between us and where we want to go is never what we think it is. It's not the economy, it's not the president, it's not that somebody already dominated the health food industry or dominated Facebook advertising or dominated TV advertising or there's no room left. It's never that. It's always the story we tell ourselves on why we can't achieve that. And if I wanted to boil it down, I would just say, what is your biggest why? What's your biggest goal that you would love? If it was a year from now and we were sitting here, you're watching this and it was a year later and it was the best year of your life, what would be the biggest thing that would have changed in your life? From money, income, family, love, intimacy, being a better dad, mom, whatever that is. If you say to yourself, I would love that goal. Like I'd love to have my company doing $1 million a year in net profit so I could have freedom for my family. Then just say but. And whatever that but is usually your story. It's like, I would love my company to be doing $1 million yet, but I live in a smaller town and there's just not enough people to do it. Or the internet's so saturated, there's no room to advertise on Facebook anymore because everybody and their brother's on. Whatever that story is usually your story and that's the results you get. And that story is the thing standing between you and your next level. And I know people are watching right now going, oh, Dean, that's nice. You guys got money now, so it's easy. I don't have any money. I don't have a partner. I don't have any business experience. This economy's not right for what we do. And where there's that old saying, where there's a will, there's a way. If your story is that's what you'll continue to get. So what I would say is, if I was going to boil it down, is find what that story is. Now to you might be saying, Dean, you're saying it's a belief, it's reality. And maybe it's phase 3, but reality is nothing more than our perception of a situation, right? We all know that. You've read that about it, you've watched it on Tom's show, everybody has said it, but maybe this is the first time you actually think about it, that reality you think is holding you back is really just the story. So there's 2 things I say, is go find somebody else with that same story. Like go look at your evolution, where you were on your couch, no money, right? Go look at Richard Branson's story. Look at Tony Robbins' story. Look at, John Paul DiGiorio or all the amazing books. I've read every book in there. That's amazing, the people that you've got to interview and meet. But read all those stories and realize that, first of all, that story you have is probably a lie. Right? So if you can find proof, like leverage that it's a lie, that's one thing. But then the one that would get me is I love aspiration. I love to look and say, look what you did, man. I want to get there. If he did it, I can do it. But sometimes you need the pain as well. So what I like to do is I like to think, take that story and think it's 5 years from now. And think it's 10 years from now, and you're still in the same exact spot you are now. You're still worried, you still have envy, you still want more, you desire more, you want to take care of your family, you want to provide more. And think that story, those 2 sentences, is the thing holding you back. Do you really want to give that story that much power? And then think it's 10 years from now, and that story is still done. And all of a sudden, for me, I think, am I going to let that story stop me? I brought my son with me today. Am I going to stop from giving him the opportunities that I didn't? I have 2 children. I'm not raising entitled kids. I want to give him massive opportunity. I don't want to leave him a trust fund. I'm going to leave him massive opportunity and train him. I'm not going to let any story get in the way of me being that dad. And if a story pops up that says, hey, I can't make baseball this week because of this, I'll change the damn story. I'll fist fight with that story. And I'll look at the pain I'll have if I keep that story. So I love the aspirational part of this story will stop me from my new life, but I also are you going to let that story screw you around for the next 5, 10, 15 years? I mean, man, we're going to be 90 laying in a bed looking up before we know it. And do you want to think I squeezed all I could out of life, or did I let just beliefs that other people gave me hold me back?
The biggest problem is a lack of belief. My biggest problem, your biggest problem, the world's biggest problem is that we don't believe in ourselves enough. You could do great things. You could be the Michael Jordan of something. You are literally the greatest in the world at something. But if you don't actually believe that you are, then you won't be. And people with far less talent, far less resources, and far less heart than you will win because they just took action. So my biggest limitation is still a lack of belief. It's still the thing that holds me back. I believe in my ability to do what I've already done, but not to do the next thing. It's a constant battle and a constant reminder because you want to grow. I want to grow. I want to keep learning. I want to keep getting better. And so to get to that next breakthrough, I'm going to have to believe in myself to say I can do it. Just yesterday, I was on an Instagram Live with Kevin O'Leary. Mr. Wonderful, Shark Tank, was a super fun interview. And the hour before it, I was just totally useless. I gave myself an hour before to prepare, to research, to think about what questions I wanted to ask, to think how I'm going to introduce him when he comes on. I don't have a connection to Kevin O'Leary before yesterday. I've had the good fortune to meet tons of people and connect with them, but Kevin, I haven't done anything with over the how many years I've had my YouTube channel. It's crazy, so I'm nervous. And in the back of my head is, he's a professional. It's going to be great. He's not somebody who's like yells at his, interviewers. It's going to be fine. But in my heart, I'm still nervous. I'm still worried. I'm still anxious that I'm going to say the wrong thing, ask the wrong question, not give a great interview, and it's over in 7 minutes. It's my panic attack taking over. And so that hour before the interview, I was completely useless. I kind of went over at least 10 times how I was going to introduce him and some of my key questions that I was going to ask him. And then I just basically wasted time. I wasn't in the right mindset to be able to go and do anything else. I couldn't even do Instagram DMs or emails because I was too distracted thinking about this thing that was coming up. But what's the alternative? Whenever you face those doubts, whenever you face those fears, the alternative is saying no. The alternative is, I can't do it. I'm busy. Find some excuse, right? Evan of 10 years ago probably would have backed out of it, would have found some reason why I couldn't have done it. I'm busy, find some reason. I want to teach myself that I do scary things, that I do difficult things, that I lean into the thing. If I don't believe in myself enough, then I have to go do the thing to show myself that I believe in myself. You can say all day long, I believe in myself, I believe in myself, I believe in, but if you don't do the thing, you won't believe in yourself. And so you do it scared. You do it when it's hard. You do it when it's difficult. Even if I go on the live and just say the wrong thing to Kevin and insult him, or he leaves or something happens, the fact that I showed up with a positive intention, with the goal to try to make this a great interview, is enough for me to pat myself on the back and say I did it. Now, the interview ended up going great. At least I thought it went well. We had a good conversation. We talked about his new business. I made a new connection. He now follows me on Instagram. It was a fun time. And logically, you might be watching and thinking, well, of course it's going to work out. You've done all these interviews. And logically to myself, it's the same thing. Of course it's going to work out. I've done all these interviews and with harder people to talk to than Kevin O'Leary. But in the moment when it's your fear talking, the logic isn't enough to get you through it. At least for me, it's the boom, boom, boom test that my heart's beating. Boom, 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 boom. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I have to do it. That's how you start building confidence, belief, self-respect, by doing difficult things. Now, I've got a 3-step process I'm going to walk you through to help you get more self-belief. But before that, here's a special message from Dean Graziosi.
So what's up, man? It's good to see you. I see you all over the place. I see you hustling. Dude, your book, Built to Serve, you are built to serve. There's a difference when, I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. I've been in the self-education industry for 24. Doesn't even seem possible. But there's a lot of people that when you kind of meet your heroes, or you meet the people behind the book, a habits book, a Built to Serve book, a time management. It's like you meet the guy with the time management book and he's late getting on stage and stressed out of his mind in the green room. Like, there's no congruency is what I wanted to say. And before we chat today, I just want to honor you and give you congruency. What you wrote in this book is really who you are, man. You are built to serve. If you didn't check out Evan's Built to Serve. You should check it out. The truth is, I'm not all the way done. I freaking love it. My biggest problem is every book I read, Evan, I listen. I have such a hard time reading. I still have dyslexia. It still doesn't stick. So it's taken me longer. But when I actually read a book, it sticks. So highly recommend it. And it just you. It's like it's having a 200-page conversation with you, which is always cool.
Cool, man. Appreciate it. Well, I also have an audiobook version. I read it myself, so there's always.
Oh, dude, please send that to me.
Okay, 3 steps. How do we believe in ourselves more? Let's go. Number 1 is be surrounded by it. Be surrounded by the things that make you believe in yourself more. This is so critical because chances are the people around you aren't encouraging you to be more, aren't pushing you, saying you're capable of so much more. A lot of people have either haters around them, people telling them that you're never going to make it, be safe, be practical, go get this safe job over here, you can't go do that. Or people who might have empathy, might have some kind of understanding, but they don't know how to push you to do greater things. And so you have to be surrounded by the people who make you feel like more is possible. This is so critical. It's so important. It's why I make this YouTube channel. I want you to start your day with confidence and belief. So if this channel does it for you, great. Hey, every day I'm making videos. If not on this channel, I've got lots of other channels also making content. But if it's not me, then it's somebody else. If it's Dean's channel or Dean's books or Dean's podcast that makes you feel bold, confident, alive, powerful, then be surrounded by it as much as possible. Have it as a part of your regular schedule. Have it in your environment. Look at my environment here. Look at the people on the wall behind me. I walk into here and these people make me believe in myself more. From Steve Jobs to A.P. Giannini to my parents, Howard Schultz, Kanye West, these people make me believe in myself more. From the cell phone background that I have, can I load it up? It says remember your intention. Remember your intention. Ah, you can see it. Hey, you can see it. It works. Remember your intention. It's a reminder for myself. My desktop background, the clothes that I wear, right? I feel like I'm Batman going to work. I feel like I'm a superhero going to work to try to change the world for the better every time I put this on. Now that might seem crazy to you. That might seem stupid, childish, ridiculous. Awesome. Go do you. But think about it, from your office environment to the screens on your phone and computer to what you wear, it impacts your psychology. It impacts your self-confidence. So you want to be around it as much as possible. Physical environment plus online environment, from the music you listen to, the podcast, the videos you're watching, to every day inject that belief into yourself. Step number 2 is fix your morning routine. Most people don't have a morning routine. So most of America doesn't have a morning routine. But if you're watching this video, you probably have some kind of morning routine. Most people wake up like an accident. You probably wake up and have a morning routine. And so your friends and family, people who look at you, they might even be in awe of your morning routine and say, how do you accomplish so much? And how do you stick to that morning routine? You're the one that people are going to for advice on morning routines. But your morning routine is likely still broken. Do you know what the most important part of a morning routine is? It's not brushing your teeth. It's not, meditation. It's not even watching one of these Entspresso videos, as much as that breaks my heart. The thing that's most important in a morning routine is, do you get the feeling of belief, of unstoppable confidence, of boldness when you finish it? Too many people are just checking the boxes. Too many people are saying, well, okay, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna read a book, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna great. Check. Perfect. You checked all the boxes, you did it. But you don't feel bold. You don't have confidence. You don't feel the belief. Why? Well, one of 2 reasons. One, either your morning routine is broken and you actually have to inject something in. You have to actually watch that video or make that call or do that meditation or say that prayer or whatever the thing is. You have to add something into your morning routine to get the confidence. Or 2, your morning routine actually is okay. You're just not doing it with intention. So remember my cell phone screen here, right? Remember your intention. Remember there we go. Remember your intention. This is a constant reminder for myself to remember my intention. Your morning routine, you might have all the right pieces to it. And maybe watching a video is the thing that gets you feeling fired up and ready to go and have that belief. But if you're watching a video while you're doing something else, if you're watching a video while you're brushing your teeth or while you're planning out your day or while you're making your lunch or something else, and you've only got half your brain on it and you're not actually too focused on it, then great, check. You watched the video. You could check it off your morning list, but you don't feel the feeling. And if you don't feel the feeling, if you don't feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, confident coming out of your morning routine, then you need to immediately fix your morning routine for tomorrow. It's one of the single greatest things that you can do, because if you woke up and did the thing that made you feel belief, confidence, boldness every day, if that's how you started your day, you actually felt that every day, your life is going to look dramatically different 1 year from today. I guarantee. Fix your morning routine. And step number 3 is pass the boom, boom, boom test. And the boom, boom, boom test is when your heart's beating. Boom, 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 boom. That's a sign to go. That's a sign to do. That's a sign of your beliefs in yourself being questioned. When I had Kevin O'Leary coming up on my show, boom, 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 right? Even having Dean on my show. I had Dean not too long ago on my show, and now I know Dean better. We've hung out in Puerto Rico. He's been on a couple times already. We spent some time together, so he's a closer friend than Kevin O'Leary, who I didn't know before. Now, the last time I had Dean on, it was to promote his book, but I couldn't bring him in for more than a couple seconds. Instagram, I'd bring him in and it would crash. And so I tried to bring him in and then it would crash again. And I tried like 4 or 5 times to try to bring him in, and he's sitting there live and it just keeps crashing. And I felt so terrible. It's like all my worst nightmares come true, right? Like it didn't work out. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I'm letting him down. I'm letting my audience down live. It just felt terrible. And so in the back of my head is, oh my gosh, remember the last time I tried to have Dean on? The fiasco that happened. And so boom, 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 boom. I don't want it to happen again this time. But not letting the boom, 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 this is just your fear talking, right? This is just lack of belief talking. It's a lack of belief that it's going to go well this time. You can't let that hold you back from actually doing the thing. And quite often what happens is you feel the boom, 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 right? It's going like this, but then your brain will find some reason why you can't do it. Your brain will talk you down from doing the thing. It'll find a really logical, smart reason, because you won't believe a stupid reason. A really smart reason why you can't do the thing. And so you don't, but really you're just afraid. And so this helps you catch it. When you feel the boom, 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 it's going like this, your heart's beating, I'm scared, I'm doing that thing. I'm doing that thing, and I'm gonna reward myself for the effort, whether it ends up working out or not, because I do scary things, and so do you. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what is your single biggest takeaway from this video, and what are you going to do this week to take action on it? Put it down in the comments below. When you schedule in what day, what time, what place you're gonna take action on your idea, you are 91% likely going to actually follow through, versus just 35% likely to follow through when you got motivated but had no plan. And when you share your plan and have public accountability, you raise your chances of following through even more. So right now, in the comments below, share your single biggest takeaway and your plan of action for the following week. Put it down below so I can celebrate with you.
We tell ourselves the story, we play the only part we've ever known, and then that part becomes our own and we don't know how to separate it. And so people come in with their story and they go, well, you know, I was a newborn baby and my mum told me that I was only like 2 pounds. I nearly died. They had to drop milk in me with a dropper. And I remember my mum telling me she used to cry every time I got weighed, or if she fed me when I threw up, they would get so upset because I could die. Like, okay, and now you're 600 pounds because you keep telling yourself that story. And people tell themselves the story until it validates why, you know, my dad didn't love me. He left before I was born. He never came to see me. But he had another kid that he treated like Jesus, bought him everything, Game Boys, clothes. So if my dad didn't love me, I'm not lovable. And you have to go, but that was then. Your dad was an idiot. That has nothing to do with whether you can find love or not. But clients tell themselves this story and they don't understand that at any age you can go, well, I think it's time for a new story. And so my job is to, first of all, find out where, you know, they come in and go, I don't know why I do this. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm just messed up. I don't know why I can't speak. I've always been that way. I go, nope. No baby looks away when you look at them in the hospital. No baby goes, don't look at me. I'm having a bad hair day. We're all born with so much confidence. You have 4 children. They never go, no, I can't get a banana in my mouth. Mm-hmm. I can't get to grips with this walking, reaching. They're wired to go for something. But a lot of damage is done very early, and I see that all the time. Really silly things like people come in and go, you know, I can't ask for money. And then RTT has what I call interruptions, where after they've gone back, they have to then say, but that's not me because, and that can't be me because, and that won't be me ever again. And what that does is it starts to change the neurons. It's actually called neuroplasticity. It starts to change the way the brain is wired. They stop thinking the way they thought as a child and put into place different beliefs, and then they're forever changed. And it's amazing to see it in action.
If you want to change your life in 30 days, check out my free training below. Or if you want to see how David Goggins says to take accountability for your life, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy them. Continue to believe. I'll see you there.